Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us for Theology Thursdays. I am Matt Chesser and I have an incredible friend of mine, Pastor Darius from New Walk Church, going to be diving into God's Word with us today. So without further ado, let's do it.
Seven years ago, when I gave my life to Christ, one of the things that stood out to me was the Easter Sunday that I went to church. You see, I was raised in the church, and I've heard the resurrection taught time and time and time again. But 7 years ago, I was at a point in my life that I was at a low point. I was at a point in my life that you could call a detour. It was at that point where I took my family and we went to church. And I heard the pastor from the pulpit talk that day. And he was preaching on the resurrection. But he said something that touched my heart. He said that if you haven't truly accepted what Jesus did for you on that cross, if you haven't truly accepted the resurrection, and everything else was for naught. Nothing else mattered. And it hit me like a brick. Because you see, back then I was carrying all of this pain, all of this hurt, all of the shame for all the things that I've done in my life. So it was at that moment that I said, I need to learn more about this resurrection. I need to get a better understanding of what happened that day on the cross. You know, the resurrection is the cornerstone of Christianity. You know, compared to other beliefs, you know, the people they look up to, their gods, they've died and they haven't come back. But Christianity, we serve a God who died and did come back. You see, and it was by Christ doing that, by him paying that price for all of us that believe in him, that accepted him, that we are found and we are made to be justified because of what Christ did for us on that cross. You see, God took, that day on the cross, God took a person from living in a state of sin that he justified us on the cross. The resurrection has forever changed our lives.